Hey everyone, it's Devine and welcome to Divine Miracles. Thank you so much for subscribing and being here and being a part of this amazing tribe. And I'm going to be doing the tarot mini forecast for the fire signs. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in that order. I'm working with the Gateway to the Divine Tarot by Cairo Marchetti. And I'm also working with the, what is it called? Talking to Heaven deck, James Van Praagh. So this deck has been sort of cleansed and cleared. It was a Doreen Virtue deck as well, but it's my deck, so it's my energy, so it's positive. So there we go. And this is going to be, the Talking to Heaven is for those of you who have lost somebody, or if you want a message from your angels or spirit guides, something is going to come through for you, okay? So I'm starting off with Aries. We're doing it with life, or your personality in general, what's going on with you. Also with relationships, whether love relationships or friendships, and finances. Okay, so what's coming or what's happening. So here we go. Aries. Let's start with Aries. Hope you're happy and well. We are working with the light, of course, bringing the angels, guides, loved ones into the readings. Okay, so for Aries, life, relationships, and finances for Aries. All right, and then we'll see what comes up. And if anyone's interested, I'm just holding a little snow quartz rock that I found because rocks rule. I just get so much energy from a rock. Okay, for Aries, this is about you, what's going on in your life in general. Okay, so we have the Tower card. All right, don't panic. When we see the Tower card come up, the thing that we most do is go, oh my God, something's going to happen. Okay, what I'm feeling here, that is, it already has. Okay, something has already erupted. Some sort of situation has completely changed. For some of you, there's been a problem with regards to your mother or something similar, or family issues, or something's come up here. And for a minute, you're feeling like really, really unstable, right? Inside of yourself. Like just feeling like, whew, this is huge, right? But because we've got it here now, this also means that it's passing through your life. So if something has been upsetting, or something has just been all of a sudden, or something has been surprising, or there's been a surprising turn of events, you can get the Tower card come up. It also comes up when there's something completely unexpected that comes forward and is a positive in nature as well, okay? And it usually does have something to do with a woman, okay? A woman with regards to either something negative occurring or something positive occurring here for you, okay? The trick is not to let yourself get too elevated in emotions, okay? Because once something starts rocking an Arian's boat, it's like, oh my God, you know, now what? What's going to happen now? Like, I need to know what's going to happen in the future now that this has happened. And it's like a need to know thing starts, you know, going through your mind, where you're like sort of under panic a little bit. You get a little bit worked up, but then you come back down into reality. So if this is happening for you, or is about to happen, just remember to just stay calm. It's okay. Yep, that's happening, but it's all turning into a positive. It's all happening for a reason, or something that you've requested, okay? Or if you're finding out something about somebody else, you kind of knew it already, okay? Because you're very intuitive. I find all the signs are really, really intuitive. You just don't tap into it all the time, okay? As far as relationships goes, there's something beginning here. So maybe the shock is, yeah, I know my hands are all beat up, but the shock is, you know, that something has had to end in order for something to begin. Something that was on unstable ground anyway had to finish, okay, in order for this amazing creative beginning. Maybe you've been crying out for assistance with regards to work, or, you know, relationships with other people, or a relationship with another friend or something like that. You've been crying out for this, and here shows like the positivity of the Ace of Wands coming forward, a new beginning, a new environment, something completely different. So this really needed to happen in order for this peaceful stage, and also for the creative flair to happen again. Like maybe you've just been ignoring your creative side, right? But whatever it is, you're moving into this phase here. Some of you are moving into a new relationship, and this person may be very creative or a fire sign, okay? And lastly, with finances, okay, a little bit of stress here. So this is going with the Tower. Whatever's happened here may have, knocked you around a little bit, to the point where you may be going through sleepless nights, worrisome thoughts, upset with yourself or crying because of the news or the situation that's changing. But like, always look at this one here. The Ace of Wands is here, bringing you that clarity, focus, direction, new ideas, new location, everything. So this worry is not going to help you, okay? For some of you, you may also be going through a time where memories are coming up to the surface, and maybe something's reminding you of a past situation. And so the memories are going and going and going. You're like, where has that even come from? I haven't thought about that for ages. Or something that you used to do or used to say, or where you used to live. And I've been having a lot of little memories come up for myself as well. So if we want a new life, then none of the old can come with us, So I see cards like the ones that are so-called negative or big, bad, horrible cards. I'm glad to see it now, so that it's passing. So it's passing by, and it's sort of not sitting underneath the surface at all. Okay, but you're going to get through this situation, and you're going to have a better understanding of it, and be able to move forward into your new direction, because it's a whole new life. So maybe you're just nervous about things beginning, like things starting, after you've already sort of been solid in one position, and now you're starting something else. So it's all about new beginnings, but don't bring all of that worry and stress with you into your future. See things for what they are, and let it go. So ask the angels to deal with it if you can't. Okay, so let's go talking to heaven. So a message for everybody who's Aries. So if you have a loved one and you would like a message, maybe just have a thought about them for a minute. And if you just want angel message or spirit guide, we'll see what comes out. So a message for everybody. It was my time to go. Okay. A lot of people struggle with this fact. Oh, I can't believe, even though I knew that it was happening, it just feels so quick. Or even though I knew, they weren't well, it just feels like it wasn't the right time. And your loved one is saying to you, it was their time to go, okay? And maybe this is also a message for some people who have been going through this Tower feeling or sensation as well, that someone had to leave, maybe not pass away, but maybe someone had to leave, and it was their time to go, to move on, to change, to lift. And maybe you've helped them in that, and helped them to have a peaceful, moving on kind of thing. So if you've ever been worried about whether, God just takes people, or the source just takes people and it's not really their time or whatever, it's not up to us. It's not up to us to decide. It's up to everyone as a soul to decide when they're actually going to pass. And we all kind of know. And I was saying in one of my other videos just earlier, it's like, there's a transitioning phase, between 6 and 8 weeks before a person goes, where they start behaving differently, or saying goodbye to people, or, trying to finish everything on their bucket list, or whatever it is. It's like an intuitive knowing that something's going to change and they're ready to transition. So they're ready long before, even if it seems like it's a very sudden thing, with accidents and things like that. It's very sudden. And it's like, oh, the person's gone too soon. But that was also an exit point that they chose. So we have to respect their wishes as a soul, wanting to expand, in transition, and maybe come back in a younger body to help us, And this includes with animals as well. You know, people missing their animals, and you need to know that your animals love you very much and are always close by, okay, those that go. So maybe this is resonating with people who have had certain animals or certain people on their mind as well. So hopefully that was helpful for Aries. Thank you for listening. And now I'm moving on to Leo. And of course, Leo is my sun sign. And my moon sign is Aquarius. And apparently my rising sign is Sagittarius. But I actually always thought it was Virgo. And I guess it changes. I don't know. Or it has changed or something. But anyway, Leo, what we're working with is the Gateway to the Divine cards. And we're also going to be looking at, you know, what's going on in your life right now in general, how you're feeling, relationships in general, and finances, okay, and see if we can put it all together. We're also working with the Talking to Heaven cards. So if you have a loved one that you would like to connect with, or maybe your spirit guides or angels, we'll see what message comes through for you. And away we go, Leo. Hope this finds you happy and well wherever you are. Thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of the Divine Tribe. And also passing these videos along, please. That would be awesome. I want everybody to get to know me. Okay? Leo. So we're just doing life in general, personality, I guess. And then relationships or friendships or work or whatever. Relationships. And last, finances. Okay. Now these readings I've sort of programmed in for the next couple of weeks. Okay. So here we go with regards to how you're feeling and personal life and life in general. And you have the Two of Cups. So this is awesome for Leo to receive. Because in one hand it's talking about, and now this is in the section of you, your personality. So in one hand it is talking about a connection or a partnership with somebody else. As you can see, you know, it's a loving, reflective connection. But again, this word reflective is like you have been reflecting back on the past, and you've been thinking about different situations that have happened in your life and things that you've always wanted to have happen. And it's like you're getting this green light for the next phase of your journey to really, truly begin. And maybe that's difficult for you. Maybe you don't understand or know yourself too well, Leo. And maybe you're getting to know yourself a lot better because of this transitioning that's been happening. And of course, this can also relate to relationships. Well, generally, it does. You know, two people coming together maybe after distance or after a long time or after a past life together, and then they're coming together as soulmates as well. So there's happiness here for Leo. And if you're not feeling that right now, you know, and something you're going through, something is going to change very quickly, okay? And you're bringing yourself back into your fun-loving and creative self, and also really examining the emotions that you have behind situations. You know, how you're really feeling about situations, and it's all positive. As far as, and it's like you're celebrating here too, of course. So something really amazing is about to occur, and I love saying that, okay? As far as relationships go, couldn't get a better card on top of it, the 10 of coins. So it's like, you know, as far as relationships, you've got the formula here. Whatever is going on with work or with your partner, or with, you know, looking for a partner or whatever, it's like you've worked out something inside of yourself. Maybe this is something that you've been working on for some time, but everything is starting to make sense, fall into place. And the finances, everything is golden at the moment. Everything you're touching is turning to gold. You know, if you're looking for a new position, you're going to get exactly what you need, exactly the right thing for you. If there's been a loss, there's going to be a gain. Everything is just flipping, okay? And we need to stay in this state of gratitude and happiness for that to occur, for it to keep occurring as well. And along with this, financially, you've got the Knight of Cups. So if you're worried about your finances, don't worry. There's good news coming for you. Leo, you got a really, really awesome card reading today, which is really awesome. Leos go through a lot more than people think that they do, because Leos seem to be so strong. And after all, we have the Strength card, as our trump. So, we always appear to be really strong and in control and unbreakable. But hey, we're also human, and we do things like we lift ourselves out of situations, and we move forward, and we're really strong, and we're great leaders and inspirational and all that. But we still have feelings, and we still go through a lot of feelings. And maybe, Leo, you've been going through a lot of emotions here that you're probably not used to actually expressing. And sometimes one of the things about Leos is that you're really not good with emotion. You tend to just forget about it, or push it aside, or let it go, because it's not something that you're very comfortable with, is showing that side of yourself, because you've always got to be strong. But this is showing that you have, and you've been vulnerable, and it's brought great rewards to you, and things are going to keep on continuing. You have the formula, whatever that means for you. I know exactly what it means for me, but you have the formula right now for everything to be as you want it to be, with hidden bonuses in there as well. Okay, so if everything's not working right now, you're going to bring and build yourself back up into this new connection and a new way of doing things, and the right formula will be yours. Okay, so if you've been if you've been wondering about a loved one that's passed away, we're doing the heaven. What is it? Talking to heaven. So let's have a look what message Leo gets about this. Talking to heaven. What message for Leos that are listening from loved ones, spirit guides, or angels? It says, okay, this is interesting. I have a new understanding. So because of the transition period, the person that you love, or the person that you've been thinking about, says that they have a new understanding. Maybe in life they were very, oh, well, there's nothing, once you die, very black and white kind of thing. And now they're seeing a whole new experience from this transitioning phase, or basically remembering, the experience for themselves as well. Having a new understanding of you also. So I know, like with my grandmother, when, I was really close to her, but she never ever said, I love you, Becky, or anything like that. She did not understand entirely what I was doing with my work here, but she used to love to hear me talking on video and things like that. She probably couldn't hear everything I was saying, but just listening to me talking. And I'm sure that she's saying, I have a new understanding now of me, maybe, in what I do. And maybe that's the same kind of situation for you as well. Maybe your parents understand you better, or your loved ones do, or even, it can give you some kind of peace to know that someone that has passed away has now got a new understanding of everything in life, and in the transitioning phases as well. So I have a new understanding. That's awesome. Okay, so I want to thank Leo for watching, and we're moving on now to Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, sometimes people are just walking past the window, so I'm like, ooh, they see me holding a card up. Okay, Sagittarius. All right. Now, for the reading today, what we're doing is we're doing the Gateway to the Divine Tarot, and we're also doing a message from loved ones from Talking to Heaven, okay, which are James Van Praagh cards or something. And we get a message from loved one, spirit guide, or angel, so whatever comes through, okay. Now, we're working on you, your personality, life in general. We're also working on finances and relationships, okay? So let's go, Sagittarius. If this is your sun, moon, or rising sign, then you're in the right spot. just found out that I'm a Sagittarius rising, and I had no clue. I thought I was a Virgo rising. There's some app that I have changed it on me, so I'm kind of reading. Always wondered why I was connected to Sagittarius, okay? Now I know. Okay. So here we go. Sagittarius, this is going to be life in general first. And then relationships. Now that's any kind of relationships, okay? And then finances for Sagittarius. Okay. So firstly, about you personally, what's going on, Sagittarius? Okay, we have the Faith card, okay? So this is generally the Hierophant or the Pope in other cards, which just indicates, as you can imagine, a real spiritual awakening here. So something has shifted things into gear for you. So maybe this has not even been a positive situation that made it happen. Maybe something, you know, really bad took place, or an argument or something like that. And, you know, you really realize that, you know, sometimes you're just going backwards a little bit, or sometimes you're focusing on things how they've always been and not how they actually are. And this has led you to a real amazing spiritual awakening for yourself. It's like you've opened up this channel here to the divine, and you're really seeing things differently. And so you know that because you're the way that you're feeling or have been feeling, you know, that you don't want to go back into that feeling of limiting yourself, or anger or upset or concern or anything like that. And you don't want to go back to it. So if you feel yourself slipping, to remember to call in all of the support that's around you, you know. Don't feel like you have to always tackle everything alone. And the more that you bring in the assistance, the easier that your life becomes. But you've opened up this and created this gateway kind of thing for yourself now. So you're more fully aware, even if it may not seem like it, but you're more fully aware of where you need to go, what you need to do, and how you need to do it, and what's relevant in your life and what is wasting your time as far as thoughts go, okay? You're starting to break all this together, which is amazing for you. For some people, there's marriage, communication with somebody, you know, signing papers, but I feel like this is more about your growth, okay? As far as relationships go, this can be yourself, or in a partner, or just, you know, relationships at work or whatever it is. But it's showing that the Fool here, which is another major card. So you're about to start a new journey with regards to a relationship, whatever that means for you. You're about to start something that you've never done before, and open up yourself to a whole new way of living and being because of it, right? And also because you've opened up yourself spiritually. Another major aspect of your life that needed to happen. And here you are in this happy journey, this inner growth, this change of a lifetime, okay? Some people are not going to get it. And what's going to happen, you know, is that people from the past are going to still try to behave in certain ways that they've always done and take up all of your time, or think that you must need help somewhere along the line, you know. There must be something that you need my help with, kind of thing, says the friend from the past or whatever. But you actually don't. You know, you've figured out all stuff by yourself. You've been doing things on your own. And when you really needed assistance, you know, help, support, whatever, the so-called people weren't even anywhere to be seen. So there's no point now, you know, coming back into your life, because you've got things to do, Sagittarius, you know. And there's a whole big, massive world out there for you to discover. And it's going to start, but you cannot listen to everybody else trying to hold you back. It's not going to happen anymore. And it's time, you know. And also, as far as relationships, as far as finances go, you may be feeling this way, like you'd really want to be able to do a whole lot more, but at the moment it's been difficult, okay? Sometimes we can have an attitude, or say, for example, you never had money in the past and then everything started to balance out. and then you see that there's no money again, and it starts to bring a fear up inside of you, okay? Which means that you need to focus again on your abundance, manifesting, focus on life being easy. You know, don't get down when you haven't got much. It's okay, let it go down. It just means there's more to be replenished, okay? There's more coming, there's more opportunity, there's shifting, there's growing. Never focus on lack, because it will just keep giving you lack. You know, it will just keep on showing you lack. So say to yourself, well, when I've got a bill, there's more where that came, or this is covered, or life is easy, or I'm abundant in every single way, or I love money and money loves me, and you're getting a good relationship with money instead of seeing it as something that's desperate, or really wanting to get something for somebody and you can't because you know you don't have this, but you have everything else going for you. You know, it's coming, okay? The changes are there. You're shifting into a new dimension. You're shifting into a new way of being. And the things that you really, really want to achieve are happening for you. Maybe slower than you'd like at the moment, but it's all working in the right way forward. If everything happens too quick, you're going to be overwhelmed, okay? So just trust that there's a plan, that you're on the right target right now. You've opened up to your spirituality, that you're growing within a relationship, that things are changing and shifting, and you're moving into new heights for yourself, which is amazing progress, okay? So don't beat yourself up about the little things, because you've made huge leaps and bounds already this year. Okay, so if you have someone that you would like to connect with from the other side, let's see what message comes through here for Sagittarius. That's it. Oh, cute. I send you loving signs through nature. Okay, so that's what, and sometimes it's butterflies and things too. So look out for those signs around you, you know, that your loved ones are always with you. Even the angels and guides do this as well. And butterfly always means transformation, which is interesting because that's exactly what we were talking about here, was you going through a time of transformation for yourself. And, you know, sometimes when I'm working with people, there's with healing, there's a whole lot of butterflies that can fly all over the person. And two things are going on there. One is that they're through a huge metamorphosis and going through this massive change, and also that they're very, very supported in spirit, you know, from the other side of the veil. So look for those signs. And I mean, people say, oh, I'm asking for signs, I don't see anything. It can be the most subtle thing, you know, the smallest thing can, you know, be the big thing for you, you know, the big sign that you're looking for. It can just be something little. Once you start noticing those little things, you know, like something's moved, or there's flowers that are in bloom, or, you know, a special sort of weather change, or a special sunset, or something like that. Notice them and give thanks, and then there'll be more for you to see. So your loved one in particular, Sagittarius, you may know who this is showing you signs, loving signs through nature, or else the angels are also doing this for you as well. Okay. All right. So thank you, fire signs, for listening. Remember, if you want something more in depth, don't forget to go to my website, talk to me on the phone, have a healing, do a shamanic thing, do a 6 weeks thing with me, whatever, timeline therapy. Just let me know. And until the next time, lots of love, many blessings, and bye for now.